All right, the next card you have is your current position coming into the month, and you have the Ace of Cups. So new love on the horizon. Could be new, could be new love with somebody old, but the Ace of Cups talks about a new beginning. And a lot of times it starts from a friendship. So this could be that some of you are not interested in dating and you meet a friend and you've never looked at them that way, and maybe it's been presented that way, or you're still talking to an ex and all of a sudden you realize, wow, all right, we're not able to talk without having some sort of love, or without having some sort of, lovable feelings here, so to speak. So again, the Ace of Cups talks about new love, new beginning, but in general, just a new opportunity, abundance, just feeling passion and enthusiasm. So whatever you're coming into right now, maybe it's the holidays. Maybe you're just like, hell yeah, I'm ready for Thanksgiving and Christmas and time with family and friends and my kids, or whatever, my fur babies. The Ace of Cups just talks about feeling good about progressing forward. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very wise, okay? This is somebody who has learned lessons from people, but also it knows when to pick battles, okay? Knows when to, when do I pick my battles? Especially, that with kids, but this is grown adult kids, so to speak. So maybe an ex, or somebody who's been maybe acting a little a fool, if you would, right? The Queen of Pentacles talks about being very generous, but also reciprocating energy. So you're not out there spreading joy and love to people who have stepped on you or doormatted you or treated you unkindly. This is you reciprocating what you give. When somebody's attentive, you will feel attentive back to them. Again, kind of picking this energy out of, I'll be kind to everybody, but I'll be, let's say, I don't want to say true face kind, but you get my drift. You're not out there hating people or being nasty or having that chip on your shoulder anymore when it comes to the be kind aspect of the Oracle card. But the Queen of Pentacles is has that extra pull towards somebody that, or it could be a few people that, deserve your time and attention at this point. The next card you have is your distant past, or the past 5-10 years, could be throughout your childhood. You have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles talks about working very hard. Look, Sagittarius, you put a lot of work and a lot of energy into a lot of things in your life, whether it's home, whether it's friends, it's family, it's relationships, it's, work, because obviously a lot of work goes into the Eight of Pentacles. But this is the universe's way of saying, look, the past 5-10 years are coming back in for gratification. They're coming back in for some sort of connection where it's gratification, but well deserved. The hard work has paid off. So whatever situation you're dealing with, and whether it's love, work, money, finances, whatever, this is talking about it paying off, and continue your hard work because it will continue to pay off. The next card you have is your immediate past, over the past 2 weeks, past month or two. All right. So you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is charging forward, moving forward momentum, very, persevering energy. So whatever you want, Sagittarius, at this point, this is saying, look, it's coming to the end of the year. It's coming to your birthday, another birth year. And the Knight of Wands is talking about, if you're ready, if you want something, if you know you want something, go get it. Don't apologize. Don't make excuses. Don't try and explain your situation, or again, there's no rhyme or reason for making excuses for something you want and going after it, regardless of what, people say, oh, well, you may have, this person treated you badly, or you may have made a bad decision about. That's not what this is about. This is about what you want, what you deserve, where you're going, and how you're going to move forward with this. But you're very specific, Sag. Some of you have a very, you're already very, gung-ho, set in where and what direction you want to move. And it's not that you're willing to break free from that. Like, you have this generous energy, but to certain people, you'll be like, oh, thank you. It was so nice to meet you. And then in your head that there won't be any moving forward in that relationship, regardless of what type of relationship it is. The next card you have is the Seven of Swords. This is your distant future over the next few months. The Seven of Swords is a deceptive energy. So some sort of strategy, or somebody who is coming across as not having your best interest at heart. Okay. This is the Seven of Swords is somebody who has been manipulative. It's weird though. They're telling me that it's almost like reversed, that you're going, and I find that interesting with this card coming out, that's kind of like grin and bear it, or put a smile on your face even when you're not happy. And it almost feels as though this is you, not manipulative or mean or cold-hearted or anything like that, but more of a, oh, you love me now that you see that I'm doing really well in my life. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, you want to send me flowers? By all means, send me flowers. But that doesn't mean that you have any intention on taking this person back. And I'm not talking about playing games or being malicious or hurting anybody, but more of if you want to, bring that energy towards me as far as, let's get together again. Oh, you want to take me out to dinner? Great. It's almost like a no promises energy. And again, not in a bad way, just I'm more than willing to see what you have to say or what you have to offer if you're coming back in, kind of charging in. Because there's a double-edged sword here. You're charging forward in what you want, what you believe in, what you're feeling, what makes sense to you now. But then you're also contemplating somebody who's coming around who has this energy of, Sagittarius, please forgive me. And yet, it's not that you're not forgiving. It's more I'm not making any promises energy, which could come across as you're willing to talk to this person, which gives them hope or gives them some sort of dynamic of Sagittarius still loves me. But you're not really sure where you're going or what direction you're going in. Okay. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of November, and you have the King of Swords. This is what I was talking about. Just in fairness, boy, Sag, you guys are hitting it deep this month. I'm not going to lie. And again, not game playing, nothing negative here. Cross watchers can be reversed. So don't crap on Sag. This is their read. Don't go in the comments and start saying bad things about Sagittarius. But the King of Swords talks about, like the fairness, talks about it's cut and dry. You have the answers before you and what direction you want to go. You may still be a little inquisitive, though, as to what direction you want to go. You may, all of a sudden, this person comes back and you go, well, why exactly are you here? And what would make me trust you? Or what do you think that I should trust you? What reasons do I have to trust you? Okay. But at the same time, you have major ambitions here, Sagittarius. You're very mature, you're intelligent, you've grown very organized. And so there's been some inactivity with this person. And now all of a sudden when they come around or they come near, they're going to be kind of like tiptoeing around you. And you're going to be, well, don't tiptoe around me. I mean, you're welcome to come and let's have a conversation. You're welcome to, have like, sure, we can, have a social distance dinner or whatever. But you're not swaying one way or the other as far as they're concerned. You may know in your head, or you may be thinking in your head which direction you're going, but you're just being lighthearted and free. However, there's other choices, options. How did I know this was going to come into play? You have the Seven of Cups. Choices, options, temptations. You have a lot on your plate, Sagittarius. You have other people who are very interested in you, other than the ex who's very interested in you still. You have opportunities, a plethora of them coming your way. Now, this could be work, family, friends. It doesn't have to be just lovers or partners or exes, but you're enjoying this. and enjoy it. There's nothing that says that you can't have fun. It's almost like having your cake and eat it too, which again, no game playing. Don't do that because, what comes around goes around. But if you're dealing with somebody who all of a sudden wants you to drop everything and come back to them, or all of a sudden wants you to be like, oh yeah, everything's golden and we're fine. Yes, you may put on a facade of, I'm fine, even though you possibly miss this person quite a bit, and you may feel detrimented a little bit still by this person. But now you're saying, well, yeah, you can come back around and we can hang out, but I'm not giving you the full part and parcel. I'm not giving you my heart. I have other things going on or other interests going on. So this person is coming in at a time where your confidence is on upward tick big time because you have other options, not just people, not just, it's confidence in yourself and knowing that you don't need this person. If you decide you want them, then that's one thing, but you don't need them. They don't have that stronghold on you anymore. Yeah, there's a connection, but it's not that, gripping, gut wrenching. Like you've had time to get through that. The next card you have is the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The Queen of Wands is how you're feeling throughout November. And the Queen of Wands is confident, very full of ferocity, very energetic, very daring. Somebody who people look at and go, wow, they're magnetized by this person. Sagittarius, this is the energy you're feeling. Therefore, a lot of people are attracted to you or interested in what is Sagittarius doing. Hence, the past is coming back because they can feel your energy tenfold, exploding with confidence, and now they come back. But are they the type of person who would, destroy that confidence or build you up? That's the biggest question. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month, and you have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords talks about clarity, logic, power. This is saying, look, you hold the power right now. You really do. You have the power. Do you want to be with this person from the past, or do you want to move forward with other options? Do you want to just kind of have fun, hang out? It's not that you're going to tell the past, oh, I'm not seeing anybody, or no. You're just going to tell the past exactly what they need to know. They're on a need to know basis. So if they're like, are you seeing anybody? You could be like, you may be like, well, I mean, I might be talking to a couple people, or, I'm just doing my thing or whatever. But it's kind of keeping your options open on both ends. And there's nothing wrong with it, because for a lot of you, this person did that. The grass was greener scenario played out and out and out and out. And now you're going, how does that feel? The shoe's on the other foot, right? The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Moon card. The Moon card is confusion. It's indecision. So just keep that in mind. Really, Sagittarius, you have the control. You have the power to manifest what you want and to gain from this what you want. Now, you have the King of Cups here, and the King of Cups is somebody who who's very emotional, but does not think that way. So the King of Cups is somebody who doesn't rule with just the heart, which, cup energy or water energy in essence, rules with the heart a lot, and emotions. And this is talking about, you've been doing that for a long time, and now you're kind of getting away from that, and you're deciding, hey, no, I'm going to think about this succinctly. And they're saying educated in the fact of like, been there, done that. A lot of this Queen of Pentacles energy of wisdom, like, first time shame on you, second time shame on me for continuing to allow this in my life. And then you have the King of Swords here, which you have here as well, which again is that truth, that justice, that figuring things out. You're only willing to move forward with somebody from the past if you can really feel out what they're looking for, really feel out what type of energy that they're displaying here. Because the King of Swords is about somebody who says, look, lay all your cards on the table, no pun intended, and then we'll go from there. But if I feel like something's off, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to, you have so much going for you. It's almost like this is the last little piece of the puzzle with this past person, and it either snaps, disappears, closes, the piece is found, you put that together, put the puzzle away, or you can open it up a little by little by little and reconnect. This feels like this is like the turning point of, communication is key here. And if you don't have the turning point, or if you don't have the will to move forward with this past person, it's not going to be the gap that it once was. Before, it was like this huge gap, and it was detrimental, and it was hurt and anger and passion and all these things. And yes, you have that connection with this person, but now the gap is so little that if it closes all the way, you won't be devastated anymore, Sag. You won't. And some of you are like, oh, of course I will. I'm still going through. And I get that. But at the same time, trust me, you're learning day by day by day that you're thinking about this person less and less and less. So not that it won't happen, just more that if it doesn't happen sooner than later, it's not going to happen, period. So there you go, cross watchers. Again, please don't get upset in the comments or whatnot, but it does definitely talk about, Sagittarius, you're not sure what you're going to do with these moon cards here. Okay. With having the moon. And then you have the Magician card, which is talking about, what you want to do. You have the tools to do whatever you want to do. So start making magic, whether it's old or new. This is literally, things are coming your way. Okay. You have the Cranberry Dragon, which is prosperity. This is like a juicy garden, as they always say with this card. This is talking about being capable, but also holding your barriers and your boundaries and understanding them. So look, Sag, at the end of the day, what I want to say is have your, whatever, if you want new love, get new love. If you have choices and options, new job, new career, new love, new friends, new, all of the above. The moon is what's kind of scaring you off a little bit, because this talks about that indecision and where are we going? And I need to figure out what I'm doing. And I can't see everything clearly, but that's okay, because you're the magician with the tools to make things happen the way you want to happen. So enjoy your juicy future. And yeah, juicy, I know that could be construed, but get your head out of the gutter, Sagittarius. It's your fault, not mine. You brought it up. Somebody did out there because I heard it. I'm just kidding. But literally the prosperity dragon talks about, go for it. Go for whatever you want. New, old, the choice is yours. But choose wisely, Sag. Choose wisely, because, kindness, grin and bear it, smile, kind, even when you don't have to be kind, that only lasts for so long.